Good evening. This is Dennis Hong coming from Winnipeg. I hope you have a great long weekend, relaxing and rejuvenating. Tonight I want to talk about stress and better understanding of the stress. We all know that with this whole COVID-19, a lot of us are under a lot of stress, either because social distancing, some of us because we're working at the front line and getting really busy. Doesn't matter what your situation is. How do you handle the stress? What stress is doing to you? So a lot of us, when we look at it, stress, and I worked in an area of chronic stress with a lot of the patients. So when we talk about stress to the patient, we're saying, okay, you're in the fight or flight mode because you had a stressful situation that triggered you into fight or flight mode. And that's a simple, straightforward, interpretation of the stress because you experience the event that is stressful for you. So you got negative response, you got, fight or flight mode, cortisol's going, your adrenaline's pumping. And then as you get in this situation longer into chronic situation, then your energy level go down, you get fatigue, you get, other mood issue, etc. But if you understand the stress a little bit better, if you take it one step back, that looking at it saying, okay, there's a stressful event, and that is the trigger. It's not the cause of your stress level. It's the trigger. So how your body responds to that trigger emotionally, that is where completeness of the whole stress response. There's a trigger and then there's an emotional response. It's not that the event is stressful that you got into fight or flight. The event triggered the stress, and how severe or how moderate or how mild your emotional response to that trigger, stress trigger, it's going to determine how much stress you're going to feel. And you're physically going to, be affected. So a lot of time what I tell people is that when you get into certain situation, even not situation, but when you're talking to people, don't react. When they say something, when you experience something, you into some certain situation, you got a stress trigger. Don't react. Take a deep breath. Take about, 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds, and then consciously trying to respond to that trigger. Is it really that bad? Is it, important enough? And how do you then respond to it? And I think controlling that, hey Jaren, being able to control and respond to that trigger of the stress trigger will actually give you better stress response. So, you react to it, then you got fear, emotional frustration, emotion of anger, you got anxiety. All of that is because you are reacting to the trigger. But if you take a step back and look at it and say, is this really bad? And from the positive point of view, you look at it from tolerant. If it is really bad stress, you look at it from tolerance. Say somebody says something bad about you. You look at it from tolerant point of view and say, maybe he or she is under stress and that's why, they say what they say. Don't react to it, but looking at it from tolerant point of view and responds to it nicely with the love, with the care. And if you do that, your stress response will go a lot better and your physical response will be going to a more parasympathetic than sympathetic fight or flight. And with all that, if you can switch that and you can switch to more parasympathetic response rather than sympathetic fight or flight, what your body's hormones gonna do also is that it's gonna produce more hormone that called DHEA, which is more on the building, regenerating. If you react to it with the fight or flight, hey Bradley, then your body's gonna produce more cortisol, which is actually breaking down the muscles and stuff to give you more sugar, more energy. So it's more deteriorating. So next time when you get into stressful situation, somebody say something, you came home and something went wrong or something's happening, take a deep breath and then respond to it, analyze it consciously. How are you going to handle this rather than reacting to it? I hope that this is helpful. There's other techniques that, mind-body technique that you can use. There's other supplement that can help you if you're in a chronic stressful situation. And those one, if you're interested, absolutely message me. I can share some of those with you. I've been practicing heart rate variability technique for 3 months now consecutively. Today actually is my 90-day of practicing that. And on top of it, I do other stuff. I take some supplements, and I've always, since COVID started, 9 weeks, if not even longer, I've been trying to respond positively to all the negative trigger that come to my way. So I'm feeling a lot better. And you can do it if I can do it. I'm busy. I don't have time. A lot of people say that. But if you're going to do, hi Debbie, if you're going to do these kind of thing, mind, body, prayer, etc., 30 seconds to a minute, even that will change your stress response, emotional response. So I hope that this is helpful information to you, especially, a lot of us are under stress now. With COVID, business are opening. Some are saying, oh, we should open it totally. Others are saying, no, we should still have the social distancing, and people are getting upset. I would say that step back, take a deep breath. Don't get upset. Everybody has different ideas. We need to be able to agree to disagree and work with it. I hope that this is, again, helpful. I'm going to try and share some more information tomorrow again with different helpful information with the health and wellness stuff. This is Dennis Ong coming from Winnipeg, and I'm grateful to serve.